Hey, beautiful people. It has been a whole minute, okay? A whole minute. So I have been releasing videos on my YouTube. However, those videos are old videos. So they are videos from 2022, 2021. You probably can see in my facial, everything about me. However, I have not been making any videos. I'm happy to be back. Little life update, hubby traveled, and during that time, being at home with 5 kids was not easy. And even when he came back, I needed time to just rest and recover. So I'm feeling more like myself. It feels good to be back in front of the camera. Very happy to be back. So someone brought this video to my attention. God honest true, like God honest true. I was trying to avoid talking about this video, but it keep popping up. Me and hubby had a conversation about it. First of all, let me say I did not want to go through this video, but I thought it was very important to go through this video, especially knowing that this is the kind of content that I do on my channel when it comes to marriage and relationships. So as we look at this video together and I then go into a conversation, ladies, sis, let's get into this video.
She just found out some things and she's not happy. She said she wanted her marriage to be like me and her grandmother, how we used to be. I say, yes, but, you talk back to your husband, your grandmother.
First of all, I wanted to address when he said his granddaughter said she wanted her marriage to be like his and her grandma. And listen, we see a lot of people who are married. You will see people married, but you don't know what they're going through. And I openly talk about our madness in this marriage because I want to share and I want to help others. And even though our marriage has gotten better over time, some people's don't, okay? And it is so important to not see people, relationship and marriage and videos and outside walking and think everything is good. Because sometimes, and I'm not saying that there's no marriages that are doing well and that they are actually thriving, outwards and inwards, but bear in mind every relationship, every marriage has its challenges. But we're gonna get into this guy because just by the way he speak about his marriage and his demeanor, he had no intention in being a better man or a better grown boy, because I don't consider this person a man. I consider him a little boy. And I say that with all holies of hearts, because when I watch his face and I hear what he's saying, my heart literally cries for that woman, his wife, who could have been my sister, my auntie, or my mother, right? So anyways, let's get back to the video.
That those times she cannot talk back to me because I will slap her. And she's like, you used to slap grandmother. I said, yes. I slap her. I mean, you can't talk back to me. Where is she gonna go? She cannot go back to her father's place. This time you have credit card.
Okay.
You have your own money. Your grandmother did not have her own money.
He knew this man and this young boy knew she had nowhere to go. He took advantage. Listen to what he's saying. He took advantage of the situation. And let me stop right here and just big up. Let me just pick up the woman them that are making their own money, that have their own, right? That have self-love and self-value. And when I watch this, and at the same time, I hear men complain about women educating themselves, women making their own money, having their own cars, own yacht. These are examples of why women had to evolve into that independent woman, right? And I do believe that there is a, what's that word? An unhealthy independent person where they don't want help for nothing. Like they will self-service and everything, okay? But at the same time, the way some people are, you cannot blame someone who's just put their guards up, you know, because there's evil roaming around looking for who they can devour, like this youth here. And they will grin and smile and talk about it as though they've done absolutely nothing wrong. Okay? And so when I hear boys speaking like this so proudly, I cannot help but thank God for the trendsetters in women, the trendsetter in the woman community, especially Black women. And I'm not putting aside any other race who's been through this or who's going through this, but for my ladies, my sisters, do your thing. Do your thing, okay? Because if independence mean I'm not gonna be beaten, I'm not gonna be cheated on, I'm not gonna be taken for granted, I'm not gonna be used and abused because my dependency is on you, I'm gonna do it all. I'm gonna have all the PhDs. Okay, get all the jobs. I was watching this lady and she's like, that is why she's no longer giving her body away. Because time and time and time and time again, we are hearing the stories of men. And let me not talk about this one with 7 baby mamas and ain't taking care of none of his kids because they didn't have an abortion. We can jump on that later. But come on. Like, I believe there are good men out here, okay? I also see that there are men who will beat us and then have sex with us and say, I love you. And this is not love. I mean, okay, let me come down. There was a time, Ken, as a young girl, I'm a big woman, okay? Trying to be, okay, I'm trying to be grown, okay? But the younger version me, there was a time where I believed sex was love. And obviously when we look at the media and the songs and the things that you are exposed to, especially with Jamaican parents, right? The vulgarness, the nastiness in the songs and the sex appeal and what is sexy and what is not. When I look back as a young woman, I believe sex was love. I believe when a man mistreated me, it was love. After getting married to my husband and our trauma and unhealed self, listen, marriage will bring a whole other side of you out. You didn't even know was there. You didn't even know that person existed, right? And when I got married to my husband, before we got married, we were already doing things that married people should do. We weren't married. And then we got married, and I felt the shift, even though I was spiritually immature. I was just growing spiritually. But even then, I knew there was a shift in the realm we were in after we got married sexually. Things changed. The feelings changed. Everything changed. So marriage is a whole spiritual realm, a whole spiritual level. And anything you want in life, I've learned this for myself. Anything you want in life, study it. Anything you want. You want good finances? Study it, read it. You want a good man? Study. What is a good man? Read books, listen to audibles, right? You want a good relationship? Study it. You want to be a good parent? Study anything you want, anything. A good career? Study. Read books, listen to the audibles. Because unless you study it, you won't know. I'm going to rant. You won't know the difference between right or wrong, because a lot of us were raised in dysfunction, and we are now raising our children and living our lives and having our marriages in dysfunction because we refuse to do the work and study. We refuse to do the work and evolve. And listen, you can be great in finances, great in business, great in work, but absolutely a devil in relationships. A devil when it comes to how you speak to your spouse, how you handle your spouse, how you heed to the pain and what you're doing that is harming your partner. And one thing that I couldn't understand, especially being married, is if you're married, I'm on your team, okay? We are on the same team. I want you to win. You should want me to win. And it starts just by how you speak to me. It starts just by how you treat those that I love, right? It starts by how you answer to me when you are angry or frustrated, okay? And so watching this guy really hurts me. I mean, he irks me so much. It's unbelievable. But let's listen to this guy.
She has to ask me for money. That's how it is. And I don't want to talk about the other girl that I was sleeping with. I mean, my grandmother know about her. What she's going to do? Leave? She can't leave. Even if she goes, her father will send her back to my house and beg me.
Guys, I watch this thing over and over, and every time I watch it, it hurts me. This guy is laughing. He's laughing. You know when if you love someone and you hurt that person, why are you laughing? Why is it even funny to you that you've slept out on your wife and you brought forth 2 or 3 children you don't even remember? That means you ain't even taking care of your kids. Like, how did we get here? I'm not even joking. How did we get here? And honestly, this is why it's so important, especially those who have daughters, to teach them and show them what a good man is. If you are a woman and you're in a relationship with a demon and you have daughters, you are showing your daughters what is acceptable. And therefore, you are passing down this trauma. And this is what we call generational curse. But this is generational knowledge and information, all that you know. And it takes me back to, I never wanted to be like my mother. I never wanted to have different baby fathers, but that was all I knew. And by the time I got to the third baby daddy, I was like, what the hell? Like, what the hell? Why can't I do better? Because I didn't know better, right? And some of us, we find ourselves in relationships and marriages like this beautiful woman. I'm sure she was amazing, with demons that would laugh at our pain. You think his wife would laugh at such situation? Where, here's the thing, we're in a time where there's women who are openly happy to be with a man who have other women, and there's women who just don't want to share, right? And so if you come and you say, hey, I'm interested in a woman who's open to be with me being with other women, listen, you're going to find women who are very happy with that situation. Okay? I just don't see this man saying to this woman, if you marry me, I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna cheat on you, I'm gonna sleep out on you and bring other kids into our marriage, and there's nothing you can do about it. Do you still want to marry me? And she just be like, oh, yes. And the fact that he would say, let's continue.
I'm the one that cheated. I'm the one that have extramarital affair and have 2 kids. Or maybe 3, I can't remember. But they will beg me to take her back. I mean, this one, man just cheat on you 1 or 2 times and you want to leave. For what? I used to take nonsense.
I know he ain't giving marital advice. I know he's like, man cheat on you 2 times and so what, you want to leave? So what? That is my self-esteem. That is my self-love. That's my self-value. Like, every time you do something like that to me, you're what's that word? Causing my self-love to decrease, causing my identity to decrease. I can't flourish with you. Like, I really can't flourish with you. And I believe he had a good woman, but he never saw her at her best potential because he was feeding her poison in the way that he treated her. And here's the thing, if you have a good person, and I'm talking about good people here, I'm not talking about these demons. If you have a good person, how you treat them can either cause them to flourish and become the best version of who they are yearly, and can you imagine who they can become? Or you're poisoning them and they're deteriorating, they're dying in your care. Right? I remember there was a time in our marriage where I said to my husband, you are my builder and my destroyer. I am stuck with you because you will build me up, and then you're the same person who will break me down. And that conversation was very difficult, but very necessary. And one thing I always adore and love about my husband is that he takes criticism, and I would see that man start working on it, right? And here's the thing, he wasn't hitting me, right? It was the way he spoke to me, okay? And when you are with someone and they're taking advantage of your trust and your kindness and your love, and I don't believe my husband ever done that. I believe we are raised in certain ways and we have some dysfunctional behavior. Like, I speak a lot about my issue with anger. And if we do not find a reason to change and to replace those dysfunctional behaviors for something more healthy and more loving and kind with our spouse, then we are wasting that other person's time, and we might as well let them go so that they can be the best they can ever be in this life, right? It will be selfish of me never to become a better woman, never to reflect and see my mistakes and be like, you know what, Ken, you could have done better. You could have. And I love to be corrected. I love a good correction, okay? And I love a good correction in love, okay? And there are many times that I had to be corrected to grow and to become, and also to be able to see my husband flourish. Because however I behave will affect him, whether positively or negatively, and vice versa.
Take rubbish. So now you can just talk to your husband and it'll be fine.
He's saying if your husband cheat on you one or twice, it's okay. That is never okay. And I think I did a video on I wanted to cheat. I think I need to do a new one because I think that was a year or two ago. I do have a clearer perspective on that. But when I thought about cheating and we were going through some difficulties, and I thought about the things that I had to do to cheat, I don't know how people do it. The level of deception, I don't even think we should call it cheating, because this is you are cheating that person because you're not telling that person all that you're doing just to cheat on them, right? The level of deception to be able to leave your spouse or your partner without them thinking or feeling or suspecting that you're about to do something against them that's going to harm them mentally, emotionally, and some physically, right? Some financially, take their integrity, their just as a whole, the damage is great. And so, first of all, you got to think about who you're going to cheat with, or how you're going to find them if you don't know who. Speak to that person, plan it, and then find a way to get out of your spouse space without them knowing where you're going. So you got to lie about where you're going. Okay, some people use their friends for cover up, and the friends are in the humiliation, right? Go and sleep and do what you want to do with that person, and then come back and lay next to that person. You a killer. You're a murderer. You're a murderer. That's what it is. You evil. You evil. Just the thought of all that. I was like, I would eventually have to tell. I'll tell on myself. So I don't know. Let's go.
Used to beat your grandmother. I mean, not just regular beats.
Not just regular
if she
beats.
talks anyhow, I beat her.
So there's a regular beat, and then there's what? An irregular beat?
But only with reason.
With
Unless
reason.
She mess up.
With reason. How much have you messed up, sir? How much have you messed up? If she messed up, you have 3 children out of marriage. Like, how much have you messed up? But I guess because he's the man, he can do anything he wants to this woman, and it's fine. He'll get away with it. Right? As he said, what do she have? Your grandmother knows. So because she knows it's okay, like, make it make sense, brother. This video hurt me so much.
And so she's disappointed in me.
Of course.
It's okay. Our love used to be great. You want our love to be like I used to be great. But you have to learn how to shut up.
No, you need to learn how to be a man and how to take care of a woman. Period. Anyways, I don't even know if I can talk after this video because this guy is so upset. And thank you for the person who brought it to my attention. This is the first video that I actually reviewed. I can't say I really liked it, but I feel like it's so important. Now, if you can look at this man, this man is up in his age. Back in the days, I believe they married really young, and the woman is still with him because of lack of resources. Now, we are in 2023 now, y'all. It is not cute. It is not cute for you to be absolutely clueless about your life and depend on a man. For what? Right? Now, unless this man have proven himself worthy of your trust, of your womb, of your life, and you know that you can put all things aside, he's going to love you. He's going to take care of you. He's not going to harm you with his word intentionally. He's not going to hit you. He's not going to mistreat you. I can tell you, it is good to have a man that takes care of me and my children. It is amazing, especially the growth that we've had through educating ourselves and through putting in the work, through praying God's word. The growth is amazing. So you might be with someone and you guys might not be where you want to be, but you can get where you want to go. If you're both in it to win, you can get there. And I really hope this is not your story. And I really hope this never becomes your story. Okay? Anyways, please comment below your thoughts. And I'll see you. If you are interested in my book, Suicidal Life, you can get that on Amazon. My waist trainer shop is on Etsy. And my hubby brought me some Ghana waist beads, so that will be on the website soon. And by God's grace, my new book, I Choose Life, will be out soon. God bless. If you've not subscribed to my channel, stop playing. Make sure you subscribe.